Aurobindo's Savitri. Book 10. The Book of the Double Twilight. Canto 3. The Debate of Love and Death. Page 636. Second line. He said, Art thou indeed so strong, O heart, O soul, so free? And canst thou gather then bright pleasure from my wayside flowering boughs, yet falter not from thy hard journey's goal? Meet the world's dangerous touch and never fall? Show me thy strength and freedom from my laws. But Savitri answered, Surely I shall find among the green and whispering woods of life close bosom pleasures, only mine since his, or mine for him, because our joys are one. And if I linger, time is ours and God's, and if I fall, is not his hand near mine? All is a single plan, each wayside act deepens the soul's response, brings nearer the goal. Death, the contemptuous nihil, answered her, So prove thy absolute force to the wise gods by choosing earthly joy. For self-demand, and yet from self and its gross mass live free. Then will I give thee all thy soul desires, all the brief joys earth keeps for mortal hearts, only the one dearest wish that outweighs all. Hard laws forbid and thy ironic fate, my will once wrought remains unchanged through time, and Satyavan can never again be thine. But Savitri replied to the vague power, If the eyes of darkness can look straight at truth, look in my heart, and, knowing what I am, give what thou will, or what thou must, O death. Nothing I claim but Satyavan alone. There was a hush as if of doubtful fates. As one disdainful still, who yields a point, Death bowed his sovereign head in cold assent. I give to thee, saved from death and poignant fate, whatever once the living Satyavan desired in his heart for Savitri. Bright noons I give thee, and unwounded dawns, daughters of thy own shape in heart and mind, fair hero sons and sweetness undisturbed of union with thy husband dear and true. And thou shalt harvest in thy joyful house felicity of thy surrounded ease. Love shall bind by thee many gathered hearts. The opposite sweetness in thy days shall meet of tender service to thy life's desired and loving empire over all thy loved, two poles of bliss made one, O Savitri. Return, O child, to thy forsaken earth. But Savitri replied, Thy gifts resist. Earth cannot flower if lonely I return. Then Death sent forth once more his angry cry, as chides a lion his escaping prey. What knowest thou of earth's rich and changing life, who thinkest that one man dead all joy must cease? Hope not to be unhappy till the end, for grief dies soon in the tired human heart. Soon other guests the empty chambers fill. A transient painting on a holiday's floor, traced for a moment's beauty, love was made. Or if a voyager on the eternal trail, its objects fluent change in its embrace like waves to a swimmer upon infinite seas. But Savitri replied to the vague god, "Give me back Satyavan, my only lord. Thy thoughts are vacant to my soul that feels the deep eternal truth in transient things." Death answered her, "Return and try thy soul. Soon shalt thou find appeased that other men on lavish earth have beauty, strength, and truth, and when thou hast half forgotten one of these, shall wind himself around thy heart that needs some human answering heart against thy breast. For who, being mortal, can dwell glad alone? Then Satyavan shall glide into the past, a gentle memory pushed away from thee by new love and thy children's tender hands, till thou shalt wonder if thou lovest at all. Such is the life earth's trivial has conceived, a constant stream that never is the same. But Savitri replied to mighty death, "O dark ironic critic of God's work, thou mockest the mind and body's faltering search for what the heart holds in a prophet hour, and the immortal spirit shall make its own. Mine is a heart that worshipped, though forsaken, the image of the God its love adored. I have burned in flame to travel in his steps. Are we not they who bore vast solitude, seated upon the hills alone with God? Why dost so vainly strive with me, O death, a mind delivered from all twilight thoughts, to whom the secrets of the gods are plain? For now at last I know beyond all doubt the great stars burn with my unceasing fire, and life and death are both its fuel made. Life only was my blind attempt to love. Earth saw my struggle, heaven my victory. All shall be seized, transcended, they shall kiss, casting their veils before the marriage fire, the eternal bridegroom and eternal bride. The heavens accept our broken flights at last. On our lives' prow that breaks the waves of time, no signal light of hope has gleamed in vain. She spoke, the boundless members of the God, as if by secret ecstasy assailed, shuddered in silence as obscurely stir ocean's dim fields delivered to the moon, then lifted up as by a sudden wind around her in that vague and glimmering world, the twilight trembled like a bursting veil.